Hello my lovely urbanites, Bren here, Urban City Cells, and we're back again with another Wrap With Me, Pack With Me, Send With Me video. And thank you for joining in on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to come along for the ride to see exactly what gets shipped, what gets sent out to the lovely buyers, and coming up to Christmas, we'll be able to have a quick chat to catch up and have some nice videos for the end of the year. So, coming into summer in Australia, hats, shorts, dresses, skirts, and summer items are the ones that are going to be really popular and sell. So that's why I'm wearing this for fun. And these three are going to be listed on my Posh Closet at Urban City Cells. And if you get a chance, you can sign up using that code URBANCITYSELLS, and you get $10 off your first purchase or first sale. And when you use the code, I'll also get $10, so that's really good. So hats are really good, and if you got some hats, I advise get them listed. Woohoo! Seed Heritage, we got a really nice one, a kind of bowling hat, and Forever New. This is the pink kind of straw hat for the lovely gals. Now I wanted to start off with sales that went out, and I can show you on the iPad. So these are already, if you bear with me, I'll actually show you. Have them here. What should I show you guys? Oh no, memento. And you can see they're in the good old fabulous packaging from Sunshine Packaging Co. And of course we got the Summer Surf and the Monstera Leaf. So inside, and these are sales that, as I mentioned, have gone out already. We have a Ralph Lauren plaid shirt. We have bring up the photos to show you, because if it's already wrapped, because you're keeping busy, you're not necessarily saving any items that might go out just for the video, because we make the videos on different days or when a few sales come in, as previously mentioned. So that Wrangler top inside there, lovely getting sent out. So the shirt and the Wrangler top. Oh, and because that's already packed, let me show you one more. So consistency with the videos is another thing I need to kind of potentially work on in 2022, because I've been doing it organically, but I think in order to build up the YouTube channel, you'll see lots more videos and content hopefully in 2022, which is just around the corner. Now if I go into the Poshmark app, that's poshmark.com.au, because I know it's big in America, Canada, and India, some of the other markets. You can see one of my buyers came into the closet, they were able to look around, and they picked up this really cool maxi jumpsuit. So it's a Trenery orange rust burnt umber color trench, I was about to say trench suit, a jumpsuit, but Trenery. And it's really nice. So it's a tip to use to grow your journey with your photography as well. So I used to just hang every time. Now I have a couple of half mannequin busts, and you're growing every time. Who knows, in the future I'll have my own urban warehouse, for want of a term. So, and you can see again, original new with tags, this one, and it's getting sent out today, December 17th. Now they might well receive it, city to city before Christmas. Hopefully that might be the case, and if not, it will be just a little bit thereafter. I think as a community and as buyers into the second-hand market and the pre-loved market, people understand that it's shipped with love, it's packed from an individual, and of course coming up to the Christmas, and then with the new silly strains of virus which nobody wants around, there might well be a little bit of delay in postage, but we get it shipped out in day 1 or day 2 max. Boom. That's the whole idea, to have fast shipping, to be a good rated posher, and be a posh mentor and ambassador. So a Poshmark ambassador, that's not bad. So those are those two. And again, we love the absolutely awesome packaging and shipping mailers, poly mailers from Sunshine Packaging Company. and they're based in Gold Coast, Australia. So be sure to check them out, their Instagram and also their TikTok and a few other of the social platforms, because we'll be able to get really good deals on all the graphic branded shipping mailers. And they beat all other competitors. So, oh, and here's the other one which I have for my next items. We got the shell and the star. So I'm well rounded in my collection of Sunshine Packaging Co. So I know, because if it brings me so much joy, imagine how the buyer feels. The somebody who's receiving these lovelies, because again they've chose the balcony, big wide windows, but the balcony needs a bit of a clear because of shoes and a few boxes. But organized chaos, huh? That's the joys of being a reseller. I'm sure you can all relate. So I got a good tip as well from the Pommy Flipper, just to mention. You shouldn't always show the labels. So I'm now put the label on the back and just put the lovely packaging on the front. So discretion in people's personal details. So next up, we have a country road. I only listed this. I listed this, and in, I want to say, 24 to 48 hours. Sorry, excuse me. It was pretty much fast to go. Somebody liked it, didn't necessarily put through an offer, paid full price on the country road. So anytime we get lovely sales going out the door, it's a joy to be able to get it shipped that day, get it sent out. And as I look at the iPad, I'm going to show you the details on that. So what's nice about the Poshmark, there's no hidden costs. Everybody who sells in Poshmark gets a 20% cut. So you kind of always know the fees, and there's a bit of shipping fee with a GST on the shipping fee. It's a strange tier in that it's constantly building up like the US model. You know, it's $19.99 plus tax plus whatever. But because I know in Australia and UK and Ireland, for instance, it's just whatever it is what it is. There's no hidden extras, there's no tax, it's included. But they've kind of met in the middle, almost. So we have $25 this lovely. Oh, I love the videos. They're so cool to see the graphic, and it puts my photography perspective out there in the world. So, and I've always been a fashionista, stylish guy, and fashion is such a big part of the culture, and so. Intrinsic, I know I've got good style, and I know that any of the items that I list, it's kind of curated by myself, and I'd have a fashion eye. So, and I'm super proud of that. So $25 minus the fees, it'll make $19.50. So even though they're base sales, I'm not going to be the term just yet bread and butter sales, because I know a lot of people are bringing in bread and butter sales, or brands that they know do really well. But I don't think I'm at the growth stage just yet to have constant flips of a certain set of jeans, or an area or category that really sells great and I can describe it as bread and butter yet. So I'm on Poshmark 90% of the time. I have a little few sales on eBay here and there, including that Wrangler tee that I showed you. So, oh, and it's worth mentioning, I recently was able to download crosslistingmagic.com. So it's currently in beta stage, so free for users right now, where you can upload everything to Poshmark if you like to curate your closet there. Press the green icon and drop it across onto eBay, because I used to spend 10 minutes on the Poshmark and round out the eBay. So now you no longer have to do that. You can cross list, because for ages List Perfectly was only in the States. We all know List Perfectly, huh? So enough chit chat now while we get this leopard print. I want to say animal print. It's not a jaguar, it's not a tiger, it's not a cheetah. It is a good old leopard print. Oh, and as I mentioned in the past, I got my faithful This says here, it releases creases, so it's a rhyme all the time. I love that. It releases creases and adds silky softness, and it smells awesome. So that's really cool, and it's Febreze essentially, but it's that one is fluffy straight up. Anywho's, don't want to block my beautiful face work. Oh, you can tell I have the retail fold as well, so that's good. So this is pre-loved condition. There's not so much pilling, but there is, you know, you can tell it's second hand. It's not necessarily brand new, so it's not a bad idea to give one last little run over with the pill shaver or the bauble shaver. Baubling, pilling. So how's everybody doing today? You know, I like to find out where everybody's watching in from, how the week and lead up to Christmas has been. All good, I hope. It's fantastic. And we can only stay positive. So what you can do is see me shipping these last two items, including a pair of Gant shorts. So that's the US brand. Gant. See a little bit of a string here, so I'll get a scissors at that. Other than that, it's a perfect, beautiful pair of swim shorts, size medium. And Gant to be like Polo, Ralph Lauren. Country Road is a good Australian staple, so it's literally, for my eyes, it's affordable yet, but it's swanky enough level. You know, the knits in the winter and the spring, the really cool summer stuff, and they do men's, women's, kids, and of course those who wouldn't necessarily subscribe to gender. So hey, what I'll do is get back in one moment with the shipping of these two items, and then I'll be off to the lovely lady at the newsagent who takes all the Sendle parcels for Fastway, Courier Please, not quite DHL and FedEx, you know, that's more overseas and stuff. So and these are off to Queensland, within New South Wales, and other destinations. So see you in a moment, guys. Hey everybody, back again. So I'm going to get this wrapped, and then wrapped nicely, and I'm going to show you also, you can see I like to get the label up front. That's a good tip. This is a full roll of almost crepe paper, but it's a lovely fabric for the items that would be, like, you can use a different one for the more athletic or industrial stuff, or jackets and coats, but for tops and blouses and shirts and dresses, more nice stuff. And of course in the women's category, it's nice to present beautifully. So tissue paper, crepe paper I'm saying, but it's more tissue paper. Crepe is craft, tissue is for wrapping purposes. Oh hey, and I'm like 95% prepared, but as you know, I mentioned in the past, all my shipping supplies are right here, so bear with. Boom diggity. And again, I have my lovely recorder video camera up on a set of stilts, so I need to get a proper little stand for it so there's no shake. So if you see shakes and shaking moments, just know that I'm authentic and being myself up in here. Now with the fold, I'm actually going to do it the other way around, because I don't want the, there we go, I don't want the sticky tape to be on, so that's nice and fresh up the front, and you can see that it's Country Road without the sticky tape moment at the back. So absolutely, this year has been incredulous, the amount of growth I've had. I was able to download Poshmark in July 2021. I had listed my first ever proper eBay listing in May 21. Some Sydney Olympic 2000, the turn of the millennium Olympics. What a great year to have an Olympics, the year 2000. So Sydney Olympic pins, memorial, actual from 21 years ago. So proper vintage pins. Since gone on one to sell. Was really happy with that, and it's just watched my growth go. But it's when Poshmark kicked in. See, sticky tape, it gets caught on the fingers, so it's no harm in getting a fresh piece. I think we all know the eBay nerds who are living for the eBay, but Poshmark came along and it was more social and easy to upload, and I started to build up. Before you know it, I had 50. Then I realized, the journey for Poshmark Ambassador is you have to give a love note, have 5,000 shares, any of your shipping, you have to sell 50 items and be quick with the shipping, and it's such a moment to be able to be honored and recognized as a Posh Ambassador, because you know, it really boosts your morale and, you know, gets you back in the retail game. And I think all my fellow poshers know the journey as well, especially because it's new and relatively a baby in Australia. So I won't ramble too much. You know what I'm on about. And now the choice is, for the country road, do I use the shells or the stars? So I think in this instance, and it's worth mentioning, I was able to pick up these thank you stickers for my small business. Look at the shimmer. It's almost like the pride colours. So bring a bit of brightness and colour to people's shipping experience. It says, thank you for supporting my small business. So this is really nice. I was almost waiting for them to be on a spool, but there were so many came in thick layers that I'm like going through them nicely. So this is the last one on this side. I may as well use there. And you can pop it on with the direction of the label so a person knows where to open. So thank you. Look at the shimmer. It's like Mardi Gras up in here. Yes, work. So thank you for supporting my small business. And I've seen these in the past. And thank you for anyone who sent me out lovely items with wrapping with gold bows and you are beautiful stickers, things like that. So, and right now, again, the sales are not flying in, but I think in the past I'll continue to write thank you cards, but I'm really happy to use the thank you stickers at the moment. So it's good to mix it up. It feels right to vary your techniques. So this is so nice. Look, and in this case, you might push it down and fold over, but maybe I possibly will, but let's see. Would it be just best to leave it in the middle? Sie sprechen Sie Deutsch for all my German watchers. Hello to Berlin, my cousins there. Bitteschön. Don't you know I like to be silly and get my YouTube thumbnail potentiality. Yay, thank you guys. I absolutely adore these. So it's worth mentioning one more time. The Sunshine Packaging Company. So you may well get used to me brawling all them up there. Thanks guys. And for everybody in the poshing community and the reselling community to be able to support a local Australian and someone who's, you know, grown up with the reselling community is fantastic. And why shop elsewhere when you can pick up these stunning motifs, star, shell, said Monstera. I'm just in love and it's endless. So I feel so inspired each and every day using these. And as I mentioned, imagine how the buyer will feel when they receive it. Now, I do have the shorts to do. And from there, what I will do is make sure I have the correct labels and be back in a moment. Back again. Thanks guys for being here and for watching the vids through to the end and being with me on my lovely YouTube journey. So, as I mentioned, I was doing the print labels, making sure I have the correct item in the correct label. So, you've heard me say it before, you gotta make sure you're doing that right. So, here we go. Boom, done and done. And it's worth mentioning, I don't know if there's anybody had it. Recently, the company who do the print labels sent me out samples of A6 because A4 only prints on the top left. So at times you're wasting the two other sides. So from now on, if you get a chance, maybe consider A6 if you're using Canon, HP, traditional printers. And also, on Poshmark and of course the Sendle labels, it's chopping off some of the text up the top. So that can be a bit of a bummer and I won't say super annoying, but hey look, you just have to kind of go in and correct that and cut it out and add it to the label here. So, you know what I mean, I'm real up in here, real, the real. But the whole thing is to make sure you have the correct shipping code and the scan for the delivery, guys. And I'm going to give it a good sticky tape. Because again, oh my god, look, I'm picking up some of the tissue paper. Now let's again keep the workstation nice and clear so it's not to be too overcrowded. As I reach, don't want to constantly chop off my beautiful head. I'll be like the headless horseman next. These were stickers sent out to me by Flyby, so of course anybody who's doing a bit of shopping at Coles and other places. But I thought they were pretty cool because there's a plane, there's a ship, and there's a coffee. There's really nice little individual ones. Oh, and a Sunshine! Yay, Sunshine Packaging Co. So all in all, I can repurpose these, and as well as add a thank you sticker, which I'll link below, maybe possibly the closet of the person selling these on Poshmark. So I was able to use some of my Posh credits to pick up extra supplies, and that's nice. And in this instance, I will use the lovely little sunshine symbol, which is cute. Mama me and sunshine. Yay, pink. As I sing, burst into pink. I've used that on my Insta stories. So if you're on Instagram and Twitter and of course YouTube, now TikTok, and basically all the platforms, and doing reels on Instagram as well, you will see me at urbancityFuelled, so keep an eye out there. Tumblr is the same, and Pinterest, so that's the more share and graphic and visual sites. But of course Instagram, Facebook and others like that, Twitter, are for sharing and for interacting and being a big part of the reseller community. So item number 3, so far we have, and again all the labels on the back so we can keep it legit for the graphic. And I'm getting thumbnails along the way. So brother's got stacks today. Yeah, look at this. And you'll see one more to come. Next up is the Gantt shorts. I have them folded nicely and with the Gantt up front. Now it says here Gantt, New Haven, Connecticut. Connecticut, United States of America. So don't you know that's like in the tri-state area. And I had a lovely conversation with my lovely Melbourneite recently, speaking about North America, and it was lovely to recollect my stories. And I was blessed to live stateside essentially in California and New York in the 2010s. So I spent time in Los Angeles, Hollywood, and New York, Manhattan, and Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Just across into Brooklyn is like super hipster and trendy, and maybe the antithesis or the antithesis of trendy, but really, really nice to be in America. I always had and have had USA dreams. Funnily enough, this top says Los Angeles. Yes, work, LA sister. So one day I'm going to be famous. Did somebody say Colin Farrell? Yeah, that's me. Can you see me on the big screen? Here I am making YouTube videos. I'll take it. Annie, who's so as not to digress, as we like to say. Do I use alternative paper for this? I think I will. In the past I've used the tissue paper, the butcher wrap, the bubble wrap, and again repurposing some supplies that you get. So somebody would have sent this. It's kind of real thick paper, but in this instance I think the Gantt swim shorts, super the Hamptons, USA styling, Caribbean again, resort wear for the dude, in my lovely buyers' lives. Oh hey, I hear some notifications coming through. It's worth mentioning, seeing as we're on the USA, and I'm hearing the dings of Facebook community notifications, be it the Posh Positive group, which is run by Deb at Poppy Vale, so fantastic and super thankful for that. And that's Posh Positive. And of course we have the Posh Boss Academy run by Chrissy and it's growing every day. There's like new members to interact with, and really fantastic tips I've shown in the past, where I was able to get all the keywords and a checklist to get through your listing day to make it much easier. So the amount of work and effort that they put in and time that they give us doesn't go unnoticed. It really is fantastic. So these are resources that you'd be remiss not to have using Poshmark Australia. Because I know it's bigger in the States, and as mentioned, I'm on the USA kick with a chat there about Cali and New York. It's worth mentioning today. We can mention that we are the lucky recipients and winners of the Heart and Hustle Community Fund. So we sent in videos. There's Ocean Style, Rose K, Lottie and Tom, myself, and of course one Posh Aussie won the grand prize of the 125 listings, and they reached that criteria. So all in all, the recipients of this fund, Heart and Hustle Community Fund, will have extra money, and that's close to 700 Australian dollars to invest in 2022 in inventory, in supplies, in even picking up. Why was I saying buy me a coffee? But that's the website. People can support you if they like your YouTube content. Buymeacoffee.com. But I'm sure you can take a little smidge of your winnings to make sure you can treat yourself to a nice lunch, to keep above board, stay positive, and of course bring in a curated experience for the new year coming. And also to end out and to round out, as I'm recently saying, 2021. Chin, what's that about? I am the fantastic host of New Year's Eve Posh Party. So on December the 31st of December, we will be having a Posh Party. So, holiday styles, or I don't know the exact name. I'll leave that in the link below. And of course, anybody who's watching, hopefully you'll be able to share all your items. It's between 7 and 9 p.m. And for anybody who's on the Poshmark Australia app, you'll be able to send in all your lovely items that kind of have the New Year's Eve flair and more, and get it listed into my Posh Party. So you'll see some Instagram posts and promotionals on that as well. So now that I've covered all the lucky good energy wins today and the party's coming up, let's get back to packing. Wrap with me, pack with me, send with me at Bren at Urban City Sells. So I don't want to use too much, so I've cut this in half, and I'll be able to save 50% of that. And that's so nice. I want to mush it down a little bit so you can kind of see. Mush down and mush back. Squidge and mush. They're not the nicest of words, but you'll hear some funny lingo with this Irish Australian hybrid guy. Anywho's. Now again, I don't want to overdo it. I was going to double up and fold, but I think in this case scenario, I'll actually just leave it as the nice fold. There we go. See, you're just learning on the fly. You're learning on the fly, boys. You're learning on the go. Every day, because it's the same in retail. If you worked in, for instance, in Sydney, Bondi Junction or Pitt Street Mall or any of the Westfields, East Gardens, you name it, or even retail independent, you'd still have to be learning. You'd still have to make sure the owner, the CEO, the boss is happy with how the experience. If you're on the fragrance counter, if you're in the different departments. So has anybody worked in retail before? I have. I was again mentioned in the previous video. In my home city, I worked in a place called Wurlitzer. Oh, and the name of the clothes shop, which was down below us, we were able to get clothes on tick. We were able to give them pay off weekly on really new fashions, and because we worked upstairs in the other retail giant, I call it a giant, but it was a small family-run kind of retail experience, and it was called Wurlitzer. But the shop downstairs allowed us to pick up really good threads. Even a G-Star, I remember, tan. At the time, I would have been into my jackets. It was 400, was it euros at this stage, or even pounds, punt. That'll tell you how far I'm going back. 99, 2000. Wow, I sound old saying that. But I was just a young teen. I'm working in said clothes shop, and I was able to pick all these up in Route 66. So that was the name. Any of my Waterford watchers will know Route 66. Now these ones were on the back, so I think I'll start from the front now with the thank you sticker. So fashion, it just goes to show me recollecting this has been a proof that fashion and style and my own individualism has been intrinsic in my journey thus far, huh? This makes us up who we are. So really nice, and in it goes. Wait and you see. So I'll raise back up a tiny moment. Hey, yay, thank you guys. So this is the product of putting in the different effort and making moves has paid off, and I'm really happy today because it's you know, a winning day to wake up with everybody tagging us in the stories, and Poshmark Australia AU putting us in their story that we're the lucky winners of the Heart and Hustle Community Fund. We'll get some exposure in the States and all the big closets over there. So in she goes. It's kind of going to fit this way, I have a feeling, yeah. You know, not necessarily drop it in, so I'll be able to fold up. This is the moment. And Sunshine Packaging Co. With lovely black tissue paper and a thank you sticker. There she goes. Look at that. Guys, could you get any better? On my skin, I'm like... I've had better skin days and worse skin days. Or maybe it's just my lovely box light that washing me out a little bit. So that's why I'm making sure you can see me on cam and I don't look like a hot mess. Oh, look at that. See, as I mentioned, if I had it dropped in the other way, it would have been loose on the edges. But because I put it down the way, and now I can fold whilst pulling off this Jimmy Skinner. December 17th, speaking of Jimmy, my granddad was Jimmy. It's his anniversary today. So I want to shout that out. Watching over us up there, granddad. And I know, just like it is in Ireland, England, for instance, Australia, family is big time important, you know. So we are the product of 1,000 loves, and where we come from and who we are kind of defines us a little bit, which is really a blessing, you know. We all got our nice family heritage and history. So without getting too sloppy or emotional, I am so delighted now to announce that I've actually been able to use a good selection of the Sunshine Packaging Company, or Co. Poly mailers, and they're all getting sent out today. So without further ado, you'll see me like, hi-ho, it's off to the drop-off we go. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hey! And this one here is bold. Merry Christmas. Oh my God. Oh my good golly gosh, look at the Stunalina gold ones. Love that for us. Anywho's. I said anywho's loads today. I don't even know where that's coming out of, but I'm full of my little funneling going. My repertoire. Will I put a little sticker? I'm going to put the airplane on one as well. Yay, look, see? We can get this onto the back label because it's nice to include it. Let's not get... there we go, boom. Again, I don't want to be showing you the labels or leaving the person's details on the screen, so that's a lesson I've learned as well. Keep your shipping labels discreet, you know, for there be no issues or problems. And we can put the little shipping van. Look, these are really relevant, even though, as I mentioned, they're flybys. Free stickers sent out with my physical card. You don't want to be missing out if you're picking up some Christmas booze and food. You want to be building up your little pints and goodies. So thank you for tuning in today. This will be a video. I'll be able to get it out to you guys. And coming into the weekend, as I mentioned, I like to do videos on the Monday, Tuesday, and then a Friday or the weekend. So whenever I have a nice little few sales going out to my lovely buyers on Poshmark, and it's Bren at Urban City Sells. I almost don't want to go because I'm having such a good time filming this morning. But I gotta stay busy and I gotta keep on keeping on. Off to the newsagent to get it dropped off. Sometimes it's Ozpost and other times it's Sendle drop off, which is really nice to have that selection or choice. And a lot of the overseas stuff I've sent to Russia. There's one to the States. I haven't sent back the way to Europe just yet. That'll be fun. Besides my own personal stuff with Sendle International, so you can get on there. So be sure to use my code urbancitycells on poshmark.com.au and you'll get $10 off your first purchase and or sale. And when that happens and you use that code, I'll be able to be the lucky recipient of $10 also. And if we know each other and we're friends and we meet at a posh event and our family and friends in different parts of Australia, when we both get the $10, we can go for a cocktail. How about it? So, Merry Christmas to everybody. Signing off for now. You might see one more video over the holiday period and leading up to the new year. And to recap, I have the Posh Party on December the 31st. And it's a really pleasure today because we're the winners of the Heart and Hustle. And we've got 4 items. It's not mega, but it's brilliant because I'll be able to get these sent off today. Scanned before 1 p.m. and they'll go off to the lovely buyers. Thank you guys, I love you so much and I can't wait to grow with you on this journey in 2022 and beyond.